everyone, I am Lady Cadet M.Rama Devi of Telangana Social Welfare Armed Forces Preparatory Degree College for Women. Today, I am going to give you a brief information on Buddhism. Gautam Buddha was born in 563 BC at Lumbini near Kapilavastu, which is the most famous pilgrim in Nepal. His father name was King Subhodana, who was the king of Sakya clan, and his mother name was Queen Maya Devi. His family members named him Siddhartha. Unfortunately, Maya Devi died 7 days after the birth of Siddhartha. After the demise of Maya Devi, her sister and second wife of King Subhodana, Mahaprajapati Gautami, nurtured Siddhartha. It is said that some scholars had predicted that Siddhartha will become either a great king or a great spiritual leader in the future. After listening to those scholars, King got a bit worried. To protect Siddhartha from the sorrows of the world and stop him from being a spiritual leader, he never allowed Siddhartha to step out of the palace. And he also took care that Siddhartha never comes across the people outside the palace and their sufferings. He provided Siddhartha with all those teachings that could help him to become a good king. But even those teachings were given inside the palace. When Siddhartha grew up to a suitable age, the king got him married to Princess Yashodhara. After some time, Yashodhara gave birth to a son when they named Rahul. King Subhodana made every possible luxury available for Siddhartha so that he did not yearn for anything more must he own. But no matter what, how many facilities are available, how long could someone stay inside four walls of so many days? Hence, one day Siddhartha decided that today he will step out of the palace and take a ride of the city. As per the decision, he left on his ride. In his 29 years of life, he stepped out for the palace for the very first time, and this was the day which haunted King now and then. On his way, he came across an old man. He asked his charioteer, "What is the reason behind this person's appearance?" The charioteer answered that everyone is destined to the age in their life. One day, he came and sat below a peepal tree and began meditating day and night. He gave him results on the day of Vaishakha Purnima, where he got all his answers. After acquiring the answers of universal truth, he became Gautam Buddha. Buddha means one who has attained wisdom. Under the tree, he contemplated the nature of religion for 4 weeks to his 5 disciples. And then he set out to educate people about the Buddha religion. It was described in Buddhism as Dharma Chakra Parvarthana, or the turning of wheel. Then onwards, Buddha toured extensively in North India and spread Buddhism. Buddha died at the age of 80 at Kushighara in 483 BCE. This event in Buddhism is known as Mahaparivartana. Principles of Buddhism. Buddha logically analyzed the worldly problems with the knowledge he gained through enlightenment known as 4 Noble Truths. Number 1. The 4 Noble Truths are known as Arya Satyas. Number 1. The world is fully misery. Number 2. Desires are the cause for misery. Number 3. Ignorance is the source of misery. Number 4. ignorance can be destroyed in the eightfold parts or Ashtanga Marga. The eight are right vision, right speech, right livelihood, right action, right mindness, right resolution, right knowledge, right meditation. These eight four path is followed strictly and sincerely, Buddha assured moksha from sufferings. That was the first time when Siddhartha came across the fact that humans are bound to age in their life. After some time, they across an ill person. He again asked the charioteer about that ill person. The charioteer answered that inhuman life beings happen to fall prey to diseases. Siddhartha was unaware of this fact as well. A little ahead, they came across a funeral. Siddhartha again asked the charioteer about it. The charioteer said that whoever takes birth in the world has to die one day. And lastly, they came across a sage. He asked the charioteer about the sage. The charioteer said that he is a sage and explained that when the person leaves the luxuries behind, he becomes a sage. And then that moment arrived for which the king was scared. Siddhartha was introduced all the pains and sorrows of life. Whatever Siddhartha saw during his ride arose many questions in his mind. He thought that if a person has to bear sufferings in their life, at the end, what is the use of all these luxuries which they crave for? He decided to find the universal truth of life and left behind his luxuries to live into the forest as a hermit. He took preachings from many sages and followed every advice and instruction given by them. But all this didn't lead him anywhere. Thus, the teachings of Buddha are known as a middle path as they are simple to practice. Buddhist sharanas are Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. That means I take refuge in the Buddha. Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami. That means I take refuge in Dharma. Sangham Sharanam Gacchami means the club of all enlightened ones. These were Sangham, Buddhist Sangham practices. Buddha also taught the other teachings like Buddha was silent on the existence of God. He preached non-violence. Buddha expressed belief in karma and rebirth and made references of Atma or a soul. He advocated truthfulness, charity, contentment and abandonment of luxuries, bad habits. I hope you have learned something new. These were about Buddha's life, teachings and his practices. Thank you so much for watching my whole video and learning something new. Thank you and namaste.